Another tale from Stephen King adapted to film once again. His first written, but not his first published. The Long Walk, which is based on the 1960s Vietnam War inspired kind of concept that he had back in the day.
This movie was emotionally devastating.
This movie made you feel guilty to be sitting in a chair. Made me feel guilty to sit in a reclining chair. This movie was just jarring, I think. I don't know if I don't have words to describe this movie. It's not even just sad, it's just harrowing. You just sit there and you feel helpless. Like it's a gut punch every single maybe 10 minutes. And up until that point, it is just like you're getting ready to be punched again. It's like this constant. It is just such a powerful film. It is a really political, but also really derivative film of emotion, of bond, of independence, of strength, like a testament to will to survive. It's this group of these young men. It's supposed to be in the book, I believe. It's supposed to be one man from like a few men from every state. And this one they make it like one man from every state.
In the book, it's 100 men.
Yeah,
in the movie, it's only 50
for each state. And I think they do it for character development reasons as well, because there's already so many characters, we don't get to see a lot of them, so they do it to kind of narrow down the group, because it's long enough movie.
From the first moment that the first on-screen kill happens, you are automatically hooked into this movie. The performances, the cast, the visual effects, the cinematography, everything about this movie is perfect. In fact, it should be nominated for an award or something.
They build great character dynamics in this movie too. I think the initial character relationship between one of the main characters and his mother, played by Judy Greer in this film, was just phenomenal, and set up the tone beautifully, but also horrifyingly at the same time. That's not even a word, but horrifically. It was tragic to think about this character in the background, this mother, knowing, because all this is being recorded on air, I believe, live. So, and at one point you see the mom come back and she's just watching all this happen to her son, and you're rooting for him to survive. Now in the book, so in this movie, basically what it is all these men are invited to, but are kind of like they kind of willfully join into this long walk where basically they're trying to get something out of it. They get some sort of privilege.
They get one wish,
and it's based and it loosely connects to the Vietnam War and also some of the other events in history that have had similar kind of connections and connotations, but they're all trying to win something in the end for themselves. They get to choose whatever they want if they survive, but only one can survive, and everyone else dies. And there's a bunch of different rules. If you don't keep a certain pace, if you go off the trail, if you stop moving, if you whatever, you get unalived.
And that goes for anything. Going to the bathroom, whatever.
You have to keep moving no matter what you're doing. If you pause, you get warnings. So if you go off the trail, you don't get any warnings. If you stop, you get three warnings for every hour. And if you don't make it within that third warning, you are executed. It is horrifying. And the age range of these gentlemen is between the ages of 18 and probably like 35. They don't specify, but probably like 35 is the cap-off range, I'd imagine, because they all look fairly young. They're all fairly young adults just trying to make it in the world. They all have their own consequences. They all have their own flaws from where they come from. They're all trying to find themselves. And they just want peace, happiness, or they want something to change in their life. And that's why they're all there. They all have a reason to be there. And you don't find out everyone's reason to be there. But in the end, you find out that one of the main characters in the end is the son of this drill sergeant. And it's played by Mark Hamill. And he is the person in charge of this whole event. And basically the whole concept is they want to try to make some sort of message with, I think, was it something to do with the
I just remember it being all American. That's the way we do it around here.
Yeah.
But anyways, this movie, I gave it 5 stars. I think it's one of the best films of the year. Although I haven't gotten into Oscar season yet, but like this is
the best movie I've seen this
and
year.
I think
but also it's the worst movie I've seen this year.
One of the best Stephen King adaptations.
It's like the best and the worst movie I've seen this year at the same time. Is because it is just so harrowing, like I said. But this is a 5-star movie. This is at the top of my 5 stars right now. It is.
And a film like this that connects with someone emotionally and on a deeper level.
It's not something I recommend all people to watch, by the way, too, because
it's very triggering.
If you are sensitive around violence,
if
you're just a sensitive person to violence at this level, if specifically things that are involving in the world right now bother you too, anything to do with, certain rifles or weapons, armed weapons, bothers you, if you've been in a situation where that has been traumatizing for you, probably do not watch this movie, I would just say, because it's hard enough when you have the emotional levy of the characters. You don't need to go through that. I don't want people to put themselves through any, I think it's a good movie to watch if you can stomach it, but if you can't stomach it, don't do it.
But definitely watch it.
Only watch it if you can.
Watch it. Check out this movie. It needs to make money. It's a very good movie.
Watch it if you can tolerate it, is what I would say. I don't necessarily think everyone should watch this movie, at least for everyone, but I think it is a good movie to watch if you can. If you can watch it, watch it. And also, I'm curious to read the book now, too. I know the book is probably one of the hardest reads ever I've heard. It's also one of the best books. Originally, it was a book, fun fact, written. It's his first novel that Stephen King wrote back when he was probably a teenager, I think, or something crazy, and really young at least. I don't know how young he was. And he wrote the first draft of it before he wrote Carrie, but he was never published it at that point. And then later, his wife found parts of the book and wanted to know how it ended. And then he wrote another draft later, back in the late 70s or so, 80s, and then he completed the book, and then he finally published it, I think after Carrie had already come out. So started writing this before Carrie, but didn't finish it until after a few of his other books, I believe. So, very interesting story. He based it off his own fear of being drafted, I believe, in the Vietnam War. The time period, the acting, the mood for this movie, just everything was really strong, really powerful, really gripping, really harrowing. So,
check it out in theaters if you can, if it's still out.
If you want
if
to
not,
and
wait
you can
for
tolerate
streaming.
it, watch it.
Definitely support it.
But don't put yourself through any agony or torture to watch this either. It's not a horror film, by the way. Stressing that right now, it's not a horror film. It is a drama, psychological event. I'm going to say film.
It's a horror film.
It's not a horror film.
It's horrific.
It's horrific, but it's not a horror film. Anyhow.
We can agree to disagree.
Okay. Anyhow, like and follow, and please continue to watch our videos.
Like and follow for more.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye.